beautiful friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you are new, hi, hello, and welcome for your first time. My name is Kaylee. I'm so happy you are here. I hope you are having an incredible day. For today's video, I did a challenge where I read 3 books based solely on their cover, and we're gonna talk about that. So first, we're gonna go through, I vlogged as I was reading each book, and then I'm gonna talk to you guys about the experience and my thoughts. Also, I wanna note that this was originally going to be 4 books, but I got about 30% of the way through the 4th book, and I wanted to cry and rip all my hair out and never read a book again in my life because I feel like it was kind of traumatizing. That being said, that book actually has really great reviews, the 4th one that I didn't finish. So here's the cover for it, because look at that cover. It was perfect for this video of reading books by their cover. This is the best cover I've ever seen. She's hugging a fish, okay? I love it. It's fantastic. And I assumed it would be like a romance and a comedy. I did not assume it would be as dirty as it is, and deeply graphic and descriptive. So descriptive. I don't like it. It has great reviews, so if you want to check it out, go for it, but it is not for me. I'm not going to finish it. We're only gonna focus on the 3 books that I picked. So stay tuned for those, and I will come back to you again after the reading journey and give you my thoughts. Okay, so we are gonna start with book 1 for this video, and this is actually the book that inspired this whole video. It is called Bear With Me Now by Katie Shepherd. I know nothing about this book. I don't know what it's about. I have no clue. So we're gonna find out together. This book is 10 hours, 28 minutes long, so I could probably finish this in 2 days. So we're gonna figure out what this is. Also, I do have bear ears. I'm a bear. Okay, I'm gonna start listening to this book, and I will let you know what I think when we're a few chapters in. Okay, I think we just had our meet cute, and I think that the couple is going to be Darcy and Tegan. I have a really hard time thinking of that as a boy's name. I'm sorry if you're a boy named Tegan. I've just never heard that as a boy's name before. But she saved him from a bear while he was on a hike, so she's pretty cool, I guess. Hello friends. So it is nighttime, and I wanted to give you an update on the book. So I did not get very far today. I ended up spending most of the day at my parents' house with my sister and my nieces, but I am 15% through the book. I listened to 1 hour and 31 minutes, so yeah, really not that much. I am enjoying it so far. It's just, you know, a simple romance book, and I love simple romances, so I will give you guys another update tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to read a lot more tomorrow. I'm hoping I can finish this in like 2 or 3 days, and then we can move on to the next one. Hello, update on the book. I am now 36% of the way through the book. I have 6 hours and 42 minutes left. I just heard a quote that I kind of liked. She was just saying that everything in her life was suddenly turning out okay, and she said, "The toast had landed, butter up." I thought that was fun. What do you think of that quote?
That's great. I'm gonna use that. You're still not gonna eat it, right? Like, it's still bad. It's just not as bad as it could have been. Or maybe it's as bad, but it's just not as visible.
I think you're overanalyzing this.
Well, these things need to be thought through before they're put onto paper, okay?
I don't think Chris is a fan of this book. I don't know.
I don't even know what this is.
I don't know yet if I am either. Also, they had their first kiss. Woo! Well, hello there. I finished the bear book, and let me just say, I think I hated it. I hate saying that. The author tried, okay? It's my understanding that this was her first book. It's not the worst book I've ever read, but I really did not like it. So just a reminder, I did not read the synopsis before reading it. But even now, having read the book and the synopsis, I don't think knowing beforehand what it was about would have helped make it any better. I also am annoyed that like what it says in the synopsis didn't happen until I was 48% of the way through the book. It took a long time to, you know, really get to the plot, but also, what plot? I'm not a fan of lying in relationships, so that was not fun. Also, their relationship was not believable to me at all. There was just zero chemistry, in my opinion. I think part of that may have been the reader of the book, but also the girl, Darcy, she just drove me crazy. She was so annoying. Also, spice warning, there are naughty scenes in this book. I read a lot of romance books, okay? I've listened to a lot of spicy scenes. I really think that the ones in this one were my least favorite that I've ever read. So, but I finished it. I'm giving it 2 stars on Goodreads, and I don't recommend it. I wouldn't give it a 1 star. I think it has some good qualities, but 2 stars, and I don't recommend it. Hello, it is time for book 2 of this video, and we are reading Firekeeper's Daughter, which, again, I know absolutely nothing about this book, and I am basing it solely off the cover because the second I saw it, I was like, man, it's so pretty. It has like a butterfly with faces, and then there's fire. The author, by the way, is Angeline Bolle. I hope that's right. So the general rating is 4.34 stars. So yeah, this book should be good. Hopefully it's better than that first one we read. Again, know nothing about it. I'm excited to start this one. Hi, hello. I just need to give you guys an update. So the premise of this video is that I don't read the synopsis. So I have no idea what this book is about, but the craziest stuff just happened, and now I'm like, what is this book? I have no idea. And have you guys read it? I'm sure someone here has read this book because, you know, it has high reviews. It was in the Reese Witherspoon book club. So like, I'm sure one of you has read it. So I hope you understand how caught off guard I am and like how my emotions are just wild right now. This is, oh, it's so insane. I'm at chapter 11. I'm 2 hours and 44 minutes into this book. It is good, let me give you that. It is very good so far. I am totally into this. I'm very intrigued. I want to keep going, but I have no clue what's going on. Oh boy. Okay. Jeez Louise. I'm speechless, honestly. This is so much more than I thought. Honestly, had no context going into this. Absolutely none. So, oh, this is a lot. Hello, happy Sunday. I look ill. I am now 50% of the way through my book. Let me just say, I started this yesterday, like last night, and I'm 50% of the way through. That is about 7 hours of audiobook. I do listen at 1.25 speed, so it's a little bit faster than 7 hours. But clearly, I'm a big fan of this book. I was getting really worried because that first book I just did not like at all, but this one, oh, I am loving it. And I'm learning so much about Native American culture, and the, gosh, like detail. I often feel numb to things, like I don't cry at that many things in real life anymore, but there have been like 2 passages in this book that like made me tear up. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but like there's a clear, not clear, but there's a path, so I'm excited. Let me give you some progress. So I'm 80% of the way through the book. I needed to take a break. Check trigger warnings for this book, because I did not. and now I just need to sit and be sad for a minute. This book's good, but yeah, I can't listen to that. There was very little detail, which was nice, so it was definitely better, but still difficult to get through. So check trigger warnings for this book. Hello friends. So I finished the book really late last night. It was like 1 a.m. Here are my thoughts. So one, I think I recommend this book. I really enjoyed it. I loved the writing. It read a bit more juvenile than it maybe should given the subject matter. It's not for kids, but it kind of read like it was for kids, and that was a little odd. But honestly, I learned so much and I was very captivated by this book. I read it in 2 days, and it is a suspenseful mystery thriller, and I really, really enjoyed it. But I also have very conflicting emotions about it, and I don't know how to talk about it without potentially spoiling things. So potential spoiler warning. I'll try to keep things vague, but I might be spoiling things. This book is very much set in reality, and it does not stray from reality, which means you don't get a typical happy ending. And there were a lot of things in the ending that just made me so mad. And it's not because of the book, it's just because of the way the world works. I'm so upset over it. I finished it super late, and then I was just tossing and turning in my bed thinking about this book, and I was like, I hate this world we live in. I hate that these things happen to people. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And it's not the book's fault. It's literally just reality. I think that for most books, I like to escape reality. That's why I like rom-com type books and fantasy, where it's not as real. But this was very real, and the social commentary, it was just too real for me, and it hurt my heart, and I am really sad. I'm sad and angry about this world that we live in. It's a good book. I rated it 4 stars. It's close to 5 stars though, because I really enjoyed it. That ending left me feeling very sad and angry. Can we do something to help Native American communities better? Like, I'm so mad. / women. Can we please do things to help women more? Please? Please. I have 3 daughters, please. Probably spoiled it, but you know, it's fine. I didn't spoil the mystery part, right? I didn't tell you who done it, you know? Cover, amazing. I'm really glad I read this book. I recommend this one. So, yay, another book done. All right, it is time for book 3, and for this one we are reading A Place to Hang the Moon by Kate Albus. And typically in this video I know nothing about the book. However, this one I know a little bit because I was looking it up, because I was like, is this book for teens? It does say juvenile, so it might be for teens. But I'm still very interested in it, and it had good reviews. So here's what I know. My brain went immediately to Chronicles of Narnia. Is it called Chronicles? Anyway, Narnia, but more historically accurate, because it's kids that are sent to another home to help protect them during World War II. So I don't think that there's magic in this one, but I'm very interested. And the cover, so I found it through Libby, through the audiobook, and the cover is so cute. I'll put a picture of it right here. But it's like 3 kids in a library, and then terrible but beautiful, you can see the warplanes in the window behind them. But then I looked it up on Goodreads, and it's a different cover, which is even more beautiful. It's like a house filled with a ton of books, and there's just like plants growing all over the house, and the 3 kids again. So either cover is insanely gorgeous. So both covers work for basing my reads specifically off the covers. I'm excited about this book, and this is a fairly short one. As far as like audiobook, it's 8 hours, so not too bad. In theory, I could finish it in a day, but I don't know that I will. All right, let's start A Place to Hang the Moon. I'm very excited. Hello, friends. So I just finished A Place to Hang the Moon. It took me a couple days to get through it, and it was just more because before that I had read Firekeeper's Daughter, which was, you know, like a mystery and had action in it. And then before that I was actually reading a fantasy series. And so I was kind of in the mindset of, you know, adventure and stuff like that. And this book is not adventure. So it was a bit harder for me to get through. I just wanted some adventure. I loved this book. It reminded me just a little bit of House in the Cerulean Sea, which is one of my favorite books. I just love books with children and family and love, and it's so cute. It's a much simpler read, but it's adorable. I absolutely love this book. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars because I just don't see anything wrong with it. So 5 out of 5 stars. All right, present day Kaylee here. So let's talk about all of these books I read. So the first one was Bear With Me Now by Katie Shepherd. And I think in my initial review, I was kind of mean to it, but honestly, it's not that bad of a book. I still don't think that I would recommend it, but I'm also not gonna like sway you away from it. I think that it has potential to be good to a lot of people. It just wasn't to me. That was definitely my least favorite of the 3 that I read. But if we're including the 4th, that was my least favorite. This is so interesting to look at my Goodreads because I gave A Place to Hang on the Moon 5 stars and I gave Firekeeper's Daughter 4 stars. However, I think I like Firekeeper's Daughter better. I think it's just easier to rate like a young adult novel like A Place to Hang the Moon. But the thing about Firekeeper's Daughter is it's one that has stuck with me more because I'm now, I think I'm like a month out from actually reading that book, and I still think about it. I still think about the political issues that it brought up, and it's definitely something that stuck with me. And so I think that I prefer that book. Of the 3 that I read, that's the one that I would recommend the most. I just really enjoyed reading that, even though it broke my heart. Let's talk about the experience of reading books by covers. I don't know if I fully explained earlier, but I mainly listen to audiobooks through an app called Libby, where I rent them out through my library card. Lots of times I will put books on hold through Libby and I won't get them until months later. And a lot of the time, by the time I get it, I forget what it's about anyways. So in a way, I read based off of covers a lot, but typically I have more of an idea of what it's about because I had read it like months earlier or weeks earlier. But this was a different experience where I tried to avoid it completely. And I think it's fun to just read a book without knowing what it's about. I definitely think I should look more into trigger warnings. Again, my brain keeps going to that 4th book that I didn't finish, but the 1st book had a bunch of trigger warnings that were in my audiobook, which was nice. Firekeeper's Daughter should have had a bunch of trigger warnings. I don't remember if the audiobook gave me those up front. I think that reading based off the covers can be really fun because you kind of step outside your normal reading checklist and you're just having fun with it. I highly recommend reading based solely on covers. It's a super fun experience. Definitely try it out. But I would love to read more books based solely off their covers. So leave book recommendations down below. I love reading. I've become kind of obsessed lately. Huge thank you to everyone watching this video. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.